About 2 videos ago, I discussed Ubisoft's upcoming Star Wars game, Star Wars Outlaws, and today we're going to be talking about another Ubisoft title that is releasing pretty soon, which is Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Ubisoft's upcoming Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora is a game about a Na'vi child that you play who was abducted by the RDA. Your character is trained by the RDA basically to help them with their own purpose. Following the Battle of the Hallelujah Mountains, you're put into an emergency cryosleep as the RDA evacuates from Pandora. 15 years later, your character awakens in an abandoned facility and you step out into the world of Pandora. However, your Na'vi is a stranger in their own birthplace. You soon learn that the RDA is back, more dangerous than ever, and is once again threatening the flourishing ecosystems of Pandora and its people. Frontiers of Pandora is being made in collaboration with Disney and James Cameron's Lightstorm Entertainment, and it takes place after the first Avatar movie. I've been following news about Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora for a while now, and I honestly wasn't sure what to think of this game from the beginning. I figured it would pretty much be just like any other Ubisoft game, but I kept a level of skepticism towards my negative thoughts, hoping that Ubisoft would produce something that is a bit different from its standard game formula. Now, we got a reveal trailer and a gameplay overview, and I honestly think that Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora looks pretty cool. Visually, it checks all the boxes I was hoping it would. It seems like the gameplay will be engaging, but there's just one thing that I noticed as well. Frontiers of Pandora just kinda looks like a Far Cry game, and that's probably my biggest point of skepticism towards it. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora is Ubisoft's upcoming open-world Avatar game, and of course, like many other Avatar movie fans, hearing about something related to this franchise is always pretty exciting. Frontiers of Pandora is actually going to be a next-gen game, which is great because we haven't had many true next-gen games just yet. It will release on the current-gen consoles, meaning the Xbox Series S, Series X, PlayStation 5, and Amazon Luna, but that's a cloud gaming service. There are so many things from the movies that you can experience in this game, down to doing something like bonding with your own Ikran. You can customize your character, which is something that I wish Star Wars Outlaws allowed. You can use both traditional Na'vi weapons and regular human weapons, and the campaign can be played in either single player or in co-op with another person. Honestly, these things sound pretty great. The trailer looks fantastic too. Pandora looks brilliant, and if there is something I can say Ubisoft has consistently done well in my eyes, it's make a beautiful looking map. Just play Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Ghost Recon Wildlands, you'll see that they're pretty good at map design. Albeit there's a lot of repetition in the maps, it's at least gorgeous. There are many different gameplay elements we learned about. At the beginning, you apparently have to earn the trust of the Na'vi because your character is perceived as an outsider. You learn the ways of the Na'vi, and then eventually your main objective is to fight back against the RDA. This includes things like destroying their outposts while utilizing the myriad combat styles you can combine due to the fact that you play as a Na'vi trained by humans. By destroying RDA facilities, you can help save the Western Frontier, which is a new part of Pandora that hasn't been explored in the movies. So we get an original map, an original story, and it's set in the same universe as Avatar, of course, which is pretty cool. While on missions, you can sort of do some weird Eagle Vision type thing like in Assassin's Creed, but it's not Eagle Vision, and you can mark enemies and scope out a base before you attack, so you can conduct a mission in a more stealthy manner. Your Na'vi character seems pretty strong too, and with the multiple combat styles, I think there's a lot of potential for some varied gameplay throughout Frontiers of Pandora. I like the branch between film and game, and it's something that I wish happened more often. There's a lot of movies out there that I'm sure would have made great games too, and Avatar is definitely one of them. The thing is, there is no way to play as the RDA in Frontiers of Pandora. This is a bit of a contrast, obviously, to the original Avatar game adaptation, which allowed you to pick a side to play on. For some people, this may be unfortunate, for others it might be fine, but that's up to you to decide. For the most part though, the thing that really gets to me as the most concerning part about this game is the fact that it is essentially the exact same thing as Far Cry, a franchise Ubisoft has been releasing games for ages. But seriously, it strikes me as interesting that Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora is almost the exact same thing as Far Cry. That's pretty much something that you come to notice with Ubisoft games. A lot of them are quite similar when picked apart. The base gameplay is almost the same every game, and the idea of needing to liberate a region from some evil villain is the hallmark of Far Cry games. The last few releases of Far Cry have been pretty much the same, and if you don't believe me, go try them yourself or watch a walkthrough. It's basically the same game. I'm not saying that Far Cry is a bad franchise. No, not at all. I actually love Far Cry, but you can imagine that it gets tiring to play the same game every single time. And that's my main issue. If you had told me, I don't know, that this game was called Far Cry Frontiers of Pandora or Far Cry Avatar, I would have believed you. The core gameplay concept is the same. The game looks similar aside from the fact that it's set in the Avatar universe. It makes me honestly wonder why they chose to not take a different gameplay direction when it came to Frontiers of Pandora. There's a lot of potential in the Avatar universe to curate something absolutely out of this world, but Ubisoft I think didn't really innovate much past what they already do. Which, it's a safe move, but I question if it's the right move. Still, if you've never played Far Cry or really most Ubisoft games, then you probably won't care about this point at all. Again, I do like Far Cry games, and I do enjoy the variety of gameplay and exciting over-the-top moments that come with Far Cry. So I do think that a game with the same structure couldn't really disappoint or anything. I suppose that this does indicate a bit of a larger problem in Ubisoft's games and in the fact that they are quite repetitive in nature. But again, like I said earlier, if you haven't played most of their games, I don't think this is going to make or break anything for you in terms of this one. In any case, it does look so far like Avatar Frontiers of Pandora will be a pretty interesting and likely a fun game. The gameplay does look well-rounded, and if it is like Far Cry, it'll definitely be fun. If you pre-order the game, you get a cosmetics pack, and if you're playing the game on PlayStation 5, then you do get a free cosmetics pack anyways. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe with notifications set to all so you never miss out on a single upload. Comment below what you think about Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Don't forget to check out our website for gaming news, entertainment, and more. The link to that, as well as all of our other important links, are in the description below.